Welcome back to Good Afternoon Kentucky on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. It's an uncut and unfiltered exploration of alcohol in space. It's coming to Whiskey Thief Distilling Company October 26th. Chat with an astronaut, star and planet gaze through telescopes, meet the author of Alcohol in Space. Watch the documentary too about the book.
This is going to be so much fun. Cannot wait. Here to tell us all about it is Jeff Markowitz, COO of Whiskey Thief Distilling Company, and Christo Smith, ground station engineer operator, Morehead State University Space Science Center. Guys,
there's not enough business cards.
I know. It takes up the whole front. That'll be about this big.
Exactly.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate it. So let's talk about this. Okay, first of all, Whiskey Thief, tell us about the distilling company and your farm.
You set a lovely table here too.
Yes, you did.
Sure, and hopefully you can partake at some point. But
absolutely.
That's awesome. So we are a craft distiller on the Bourbon Trail.
Okay.
12-year-old distillery founded by a gentleman by the name of Ross Caldwell. My buddy Walter Zausch bought it in 2021 and has absolutely grown it, literally astronomically. The farm, we like to call ourselves a farm. We're on 127 acres in Frankfurt.
Beautiful.
And Walter was seeing, just prior to purchasing the distillery was seeing about 8,000 visitors a year.
Wow.
This year we'll see 54,000.
Whoa.
That's
wow.
incredible.
Bourbon is king.
It
and
really
it's doing
is.
well.
Yes, it
and
is.
This is a lovely product. It smells fantastic. So let's talk about how Whiskey Thief got tied into whiskey in space or alcohol in space.
Sure.
What a story there.
Yeah.
So happy to. So a good friend of mine, this gentleman's name is Chris Kimmel. He's Lexington based. He was the founder of the Kentucky Science and Technology Corporation.
Yes.
He introduced me about 5 years ago to Space Tango, where I ended up taking a position as Chief Operating Officer. And through my 3.5, 4 years with Space Tango, where they design and build research experiments that fly to the ISS, I was introduced to Chris Carberry.
Okay.
Chris Carberry is the author of the
author.
book, and the book Alcohol in Space talks about the fact that when we do go to Mars, which hopefully is not far away,
Yes.
astronauts don't want to go 7 months without alcohol. So how do you, with all the challenges, how do you bring alcohol to space in a microgravity
Very,
environment?
very
Right.
good.
And that brings in Christo, right?
Yeah, we got to tour, and I got to say, I'm not going to wait 7 months to go back. And I live here in Lexington.
There we go.
Exactly. So tell us about, Morehead State's department and how awesome
you're
is this
tying
to
into
tie
this
in?
event.
Yeah.
So they reached out because friends of friends, it's a small world in aerospace, especially in central Kentucky.
Yeah.
And they asked us if we could do something for the event, and we were like, well, we have a premier undergraduate, astrophotographer. We have a whole team of people wanting to do this, so let's take some telescopes out and stargaze and just see what's out there.
That's incredible.
What a great way to spend an evening, sipping on some fine Kentucky product here and doing a little stargazing.
Yes, and the event's going to be on October 26th, is that right?
The event is
All
this
right.
Saturday evening from 5 to 8 o'clock, and Chris Carberry met Sam Burbank, a producer out in LA, who decided to make a documentary.
Nice.
So there's a 50-minute documentary that will be looping the entire evening, and then we thought, how awesome would it be to have our guests be able to stargaze, hence the relationship with Morehead.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And please tell me, I mean, dramatic cliffhanger here, but the scientists have figured this out, right? We're going to be able to figure out how to get alcohol into space.
There is no doubt that they will figure it out one way or the other.
Too many brilliant minds on this planet working together to make that happen.
That's for sure.
That's right. And so with Morehead State's Space and Science Department, tell us what else you all work on there too.
Oh man, we have a bunch of wild and wonderful projects, but the primary thrust is deep space communications. We have an affiliated node on the Deep Space Network, a 21-meter dish. So we do lunar range telecommunications and space comms for a bunch of different, I guess you would call them customers. And we teach students everything from a blank page all the way to launch, how to make a CubeSat, CubeSat missions, small satellites and things like that.
Wow, future's in good hands.
It really is.
With you all.
It sounded like he was speaking French to me, but I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand.
Sounds great. That's why we got into broadcasting. I saw a quick shot of the label though there too. Jeff, you've got a custom label for that bottle just for the event this Saturday.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. Because we're craft, we love to do things and we love to think out of the box.
Yeah.
Our distillery, the distinguishing factor between us and most other distilleries is we serve straight from the barrel, single barrel, uncut, unfiltered, which means the proofs are high.
Yeah.
And what really makes it exciting is if you taste something and you like it, you fill your own bottle. It's called FYO. So you go to the shelf, you grab an empty, you fill it, you label it, you seal
Very
it.
nice.
Because we don't distribute. So if you're at Whiskey Thief and you like what you taste, you either fill it and purchase it, or you have to come back and we'll take either one.
And then
absolutely.
You run like a thief in the night.
There you go.
What you wanted to pour.
Yes.
That's correct.
What a great concept. Well, guys, thanks for teaming up on this. This is a really cool collaborative Saturday evening. And we want to invite folks out. Jeff, what's the best resource online for folks to learn more and to make sure that they've got a spot for Saturday?
So Whiskey Thief Distilling on Facebook. You can go to our website, whiskeythief.com. It's a free event. It's open to families, children, as well as with the stargazing concept. We have a surprise. If the weather permits, we have a pretty unique surprise for Saturday night.
Nice.
I don't want to give that out at the moment, but it's free. We'd love as many people to come experience the evening. We know it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Our tagline at Whiskey Thief is, we throw a party every day. The only thing that changes is who the guests are.
I love it.
I love it too.
And we buried the lead. It's free.
It's free.
That's pretty awesome.
Free. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. We appreciate it. And let's go ahead and do a little cheers right out to commercial break.
Cheers to Saturday to Stargazing.
There you go. Thank you for having us.
Kentucky's finest. Appreciate it. Back with more. Stick around.